Hello, 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 chat. Here we are. So they obviously we just got the new season of My Hero Ultra Rumble. Earlier, let me make sure even though I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be playing any audio on this, but whatever. We just got the update about an hour ago for the season. I've been playing it so far. I can't really give too many comments because I've only played the game for an hour. Mirko seems a little. I need to play with her more before I give an opinion. I'll just say that. But we did get a bunch of leaks and stuff. I decided not to cover it because, again, with how they are with leaks and stuff, and there was a lot to cover, and so I decided I would just do the patch notes, the official patch notes, and the dev blog. That's what I decided I would do. So yeah, here we are. So we'll do the patch notes first because I feel like that's more interesting. The dev blog probably won't have too much in it, but I'll go through it and see if there's anything exciting, I guess we'll say. So, new features. A sort function has been added to the character selection screen. Players can now use hero crystals to shorten the waiting time until they can change their player name. Players can now save certain settings for each battle style. Interesting. I mean, the sort function, sure, whatever. And then, sure, fine, good. Custom matches. Players can now set team names. Cool. Players can now change their player name within a room. Cool. Tuning system. Let's see what the tuning system has. A function has been added to allow batch unlocking and tuning slots. That was the one thing that was missing, so thank God. A display has been added to the tuning screen that shows recommended battle styles. Sure. Adjusted the recommended tuning batch set UI for ease of usability. Yeah, it was a little confusing at first, to be honest with you, but okay, cool. System adjustments. Okay. When a marker is set on an item, the indicator shown on the minimap will now display the icon of the corresponding item. Okay. Adjusted the length of invincibility after performing a plus ultra plus chaos attack to not end for 1 second after the attack. Okay. And the ability to toggle the level up card shortcut on and off in the settings menu. Okay. I was just thinking about that because I thought it was something else. It's not. Unifying the color of damage indicators from teammates and players' own perspectives to white. Some abilities are excluded. Items outside the safe zone will now flash as an indicator before disappearing after a set amount of time. That's useful. Increase the fall speed until landing after exceeding a certain height on each stage. Okay. Interesting. When dealing damage to an opponent using a healing item, the healing animation can no longer be cancelled by certain abilities. Oh, so you can heal through damage now, depending on what it is. That's more of, I guess, nice, like if you're just off in the distance healing and someone tags you with just a random non-knockdown alpha and it just stops you from healing. But obviously you could still, you're still pretty vulnerable while you're standing there healing, so you get snipe shotted or grabbed or something. Okay, area control battle adjustments. Yeah, I have a feeling this page should be a little longer, personally, but that's just me. Players can now place markers through the barrier during the pre-match countdown. Sure. Improve the AI behavior of CPU characters. Sure, whatever. while being grabbed by the following battle styles, the amount of damage received from other battle styles will be halved. Oh, so they're nerfing grab damage. Because what people used to do was it was like, oh, grab them with Ibarra, and then you like alpha them with Yellow Deku. But they're nerfing that for other people. I mean, obviously you'll still be able to do damage, but it's halving your damage. Okay. I guess that's good, so you can't get like grabbed by someone on a team and then just annihilated. You'll still take a lot of damage. You still probably will be close to death, if not just flat out die. But it looks like you'll actually be able to survive encounters like that more likely. You're more likely to survive them. Okay. The following quirk skills have been adjusted to also show the lock-on UI indicator on the receiving player side. Denki Kaminari Lightning and one for all Deku, so the Overdrive and then the lock-on Alpha. That's good. I think that should have been there from the beginning, specifically with Denki, so you know you're being targeted. It's sometimes hard to tell when you're being targeted, but that helps. The following quirk skills have been adjusted to no longer pierce super armor or bind opponents. Sure. I don't know exactly what that means. Does that mean like if they have super armor or they're bound, it won't go through them? Is that what that means? Interesting. Again, these are stuff we'll have to see. Like, I'm sure people who are nerds with the game will just say, or will be able to tell you what these mean and how good or bad they are for the game. For me, I mean, I can kind of tell you a little bit, but I'm also dumb, so I don't know exactly what this means wording-wise, the way they worded it. The following characters have been adjusted so that while performing a combo on the ground, opponents on the receiving end cannot escape by dodging. Sue, great, of course. Momo, Overhaul, Ibarra, Present Mic. This will make it easier to complete a combo string. Okay, so this is just going to buff all these characters. Some of them needed it, some of them didn't. I'm looking at one in particular that didn't need it. But alright. Alright, are we going into just normal? Oh. Reasons for the adjustments. We're getting reasons now? Okay. Shit, let's log in, chat. So Aizawa original alpha. Increased range, increased projectile speed. Okay, so his alpha has a longer range and it goes faster. Okay. Quirk skill beta, powerhouse kick barrage, decreased damage at levels 1 through 8, increased damage at level 9, decreased ammunition at levels 1 through 3, decreased reload speed at levels 4 and above when gauge is depleted, adjusted so that the gauge begins reloading after landing on the ground, increased hit count, increased movement speed after dashing. Okay, so they like did a big rework to his beta. And then special action erasure, decreased duration. Okay. Let's see their reasons for adjustments. Adjustments to the Crucible beta have been made to increase its range and speed in order to make it easier to hit opponents, but will no longer be able to pierce super armor. Okay. And the season prior, it was noted that Quirk Skill Beta and Quirk Alpha both had high mobility and attack power even at lower levels. To address this, we have reduced Quirk Skill Beta's mobility at the beginning of a match by making reloading begin when landing and decreasing his ammo at lower levels. In exchange, we've increased movement speed and the number of hits to make it easier to use and feel more satisfying when a hit lands. By making this adjustment, we hope to make it more enjoyable to use as a standalone skill. Additionally, by adjusting the amount of damage previously dealt at lower levels to 9, we aim to have leveling up feel more impactful for our players. That makes sense. Okay, sure. I mean, I don't know if his alpha needed to be easier to hit, because it's not like it was hard to hit, but sure, whatever. Catastrophe Shiggy. Oh boy, my favorite character. These better be some crazy nerfs. Alpha adjusted so that the decay occurs even when hitting a wall. That's fine. Increased projectile size, increased direct hit damage. That's fine as well. Adjusted so that damage from projectiles and DK are not received simultaneously. Oh, so you can't get hit by the projectile and the decay at the same time. You can only get hit by one or the other. Okay. So that's technically a nerf to him. Adjusted to make it easier to knock back opponents. Okay. So some good quality of life changes, but overall, like, probably a nerf, I would say. Quick skill beta, grudge shoot, increased range. Fine, I guess. Gamma, oh, my favorite ability. Adjusted to make it easier to knock back opponents' hit while dashing. Good. Expanded range and adjusted hit height. Good. It can be wider on the ground, but it should not hit you like when you're 10 miles above them. Increased damage, increased falling speed, and adjusted the camera angle to pull back slightly. Adjusted so that opponents hit by attacks while falling drop downwards. So I did read Hydros's stuff about some of these changes, by the way. So it looks like Shiggy got a lot of down power changes to his Gamma too. Like big down power changes, and some to his Alpha. So I think the little combo that he used to do should not be a thing anymore. Like, he'll still probably have combos, but not that one specifically, where he would do the hold Gamma, beta, hold Gamma, beta, you know, like that. He can't do that anymore. Compared to original and Thousand Handbrake, this battle style was highly dependent on a style of play that utilized combos. We have thus made adjustments designed to make it more user-friendly, such as making it easier to land hits. To balance this out, we have made adjustments to Quick Skill Alpha and Gamma to improve the likelihood of knocking opponents back to ensure that overall damage does not become too excessive. Okay, that makes sense. These look like good changes so far. Not exactly on characters that need it, but, you know, whatever. Kendo. Alpha, increased range. Gamma, increased dash distance. I mean, that's fine. No one plays her. I don't think she needed it, personally. I think she's, like, stupid really good. It's just no one plays her, so that's why they did that. Due to her low mobility, making it virtually impossible for her to approach opponents in midair, her range and movement for Quick Skill Alpha and Gamma respectively have been increased to allow her to fight in a wider variety of battle scenarios. I actually really like that they're giving reasons for adjustments. One of the issues I have with the Rumble devs is they're extremely inconsistent with player to dev feedback, or sorry, player to dev communication, we'll say. They were for a while doing like Discord update stuff, like, ooh, this is what's coming next season and this is what we're working on, but it's not released yet. And then they stopped doing that for some reason. And then they used to do like little teases for new systems they were implementing for the season, and they stopped doing that too. So this is nice. I just hope they don't just randomly stop doing it, you know? This is very good, though. Hopefully they keep doing it. Okay. Karagiri Original. Reduced HP to 300. Gamma adjusted to allow the use of aim assist while using Mist. adjusted so that it can be only used when gauge is at 100%. That's a big change because he could use it whenever. Now he can only use it when it's 100%. Increased reload speed for single use. Okay, so that's kind of balance it out a bit. The HP reduction is pretty big, and then this one's also pretty big. We reduced Kurogiri's HP for better balance, as it was noted that his high mobility via his warp led to longer survival times compared to other characters. Furthermore, as his quirk skill Gamma made it safer for him to intervene from long range than originally intended, we adjusted the requirements to avoid it being able to be immediately reused. Okay. That makes sense. So like if someone uses it for long range and they mess up, they can't just instantly put it out again. They'd have to wait. Okay. Sure. Present mic, Gamma, adjusted so that momentum is retained after use. That's fine. Since it was noted that his low mobility, it led to shorter survival times than other characters. We have made adjustments to improve Present mic's mobility. That's fine. Dobby Beta adjusted how opponents are knocked back upon being hit, allowing for follow-up combo attacks. Okay. So people just aren't going to get immediately knocked back by it, is what it sounds like. Okay. Reasons for the adjustments. We adjusted the knockback of Quirk Skill Beta to allow for more combos to connect after a hit, such as melee attacks. This was done to account for Quirk Skill Beta offering a few benefits beyond dealing damage, even if an opponent is successfully caught in its trap. Additionally, as the projectile cancelling effect of Quirk Skill Gamma is critical to this battle style, which has low mobility, we have made an adjustment to give super armor upon triggering in order to better stabilize the skill's activation and improve survival. That's really good. Giving Dobby, yeah, right there, just so that super armor is gained upon use. I've wanted him to get that for so long. That's so big. That's really nice. It sounds like these two are really good changes for Purple Dobby, genuinely. Okay, yeah. I like that. Ooh, All Might. Special action, carry to safety. Adjusted to allow use even when there's no gauge remaining. Oh, that's a very good change for All Might. So they did a change recently to where you could use it even if the gauge... But before, you had to have 100% gauge to be able to jump and to pick people up. So if you went up to someone, picked them up, and then someone knocked you back, the gauge would end up going down to like 70% or something, and therefore you could not jump away and you could not try to pick them up again, and you were screwed. They changed that a while ago to where you could just use it whenever. And now I like this even more because specifically Yellow All Might, I mean, he uses his jump for mobility, so you might want to use your jump to get to somebody, but then you're using your jump so you can't pick them up then. I actually really like that. I like that. We noted a frequent occurrence of players being unable to use carry to safety during reload even after using high jump to approach a teammate. We have thus enabled the use of this ability even when the gauge is depleted. Very good change. Very good change. All Might, Quirk Skill Beta. Okay. When used in midair, the attack will only transition to a punch if the dash hits. When used in midair. We have adjusted the skill so that it only transitions into a punch if the attack hits, as the opening left when failing to land a hit was excessive. This adjustment makes the skill easier to use both when attacking and retreating than before. I want to see how this works, but that could be good or bad. I do like to use it to punch people through walls, which it looks like you'll still be able to do that, but you have to do it on the ground. It's just like if you're like... that's one thing I liked about his beta. I mean, I get the opening that was left was a little bit crazy, but I did enjoy punching people through walls with it, so I mean, we'll see. I play All Might a lot, so definitely be able to tell if this is a good or bad change for him. Probably it will be a good one. Alright, Denki. This is a normal Denki. Alpha, increased range when used without A mode. And reduced damage. Okay, that's fine. Quick Gamma adjusts so that momentum is retained after use. Yeah, that's fine too. Yeah, I think, like, again, not a ton of people use Denki, but I think his alpha was extremely busted. So I think reducing the damage on it was good. And this is fine, whatever. The range for Corkscrew Alpha meant just to be more evenly balanced as a mismatch range between normal and aim mode, hitting targets at long range difficult. Initially, we reduced the damage, deals a slightly lower its firepower, as the amount of damage when incorporating combo chain together with Gamma was quite high. Yeah, no poop. In exchange, we increased the mobility of the Gamma to maintain balance. Okay, sure. Alpha, lock on, increased range. Okay. The core skill's ability to lock onto opponents in midair and practically guarantee a hit is its strength. However, as it currently stands, opponents are often at a distance beyond its lock-on range. We have thus increased its range to make it easier to land hits. I think this is fine considering they made it to where you know if you're getting targeted now. I think that's fine. Oh boy, Endeavor. Oh boy. I see Endeavor and I get scared, man. They always screw over Endeavor. Special action high jump adjusts so that momentum is retained when using alpha or beta during a high jump. For Endeavor, Blazing Fist until beginning of Quirk skill beta. Okay. Since using a skill immediately after high jump would previously cause Endeavor's momentum to be lost, leading to decreased mobility, we have made adjustments so that it remains intact. Okay. Normal Endeavor, Alpha, increased range. Sure, that's fine. Beta, decreased damage, increased reload speed. Let's see. Why do they think this is a good idea? We have increased the range of Alpha to make leveraging the strength of Endeavor's ray easier, as its short range made it difficult to land hits in a number of battle scenarios. Since the damage dealt by Quickscope Beta was high, the damage output was quite unbalanced, depending on the degree it hits. We have therefore reduced the damage amount per strike and increased reload speed to make it easier to launch another attack, even if the skill misses. I don't think it was excessively high, though. Were people really complaining about Endeavor's beta damage? No, dude, no one even plays him. I don't know if I agree with that. Oh boy. Nejiri, Fairy, Quirk Skill Gamma, just to also apply to Twice Clones. Why though? We have made this adjustment to account for the difficulty in distinguishing between the actual Twice and its clones, which minimized its strength. Sure, man. Can we nerf this character more, please? Please. So that was all the balance changes. Some good ones. Some ones that probably won't make too much of a difference. I will say them adding this ability right here, really nice. Really, really nice. It seems they're doing a lot of things with grabs and super armor, which is very interesting. We'll have to play more to see how that is going to affect, like, gameplay-wise and whatnot, but interesting. Alright, now we're on to bug fixes. There's a few. So Catastrophe Shiggy, this is Yellow Shiggy. An issue was fixed where canceling the charge of Quickscope Gamma Catastrophe would retain excessive momentum. I don't think I noticed this. I mean, I don't play him, but fighting against him, I don't think I noticed this. But, I mean, maybe it was there and I'm just dumb. Nejiri Hado, an issue was fixed where inputting the first hit of a ground-based melee attack would shorten the character's movement distance. Okay. Cluster Bakugo, okay. An issue was fixed where an opponent already affected by sweat from beta would not explode when followed up with another Quirk Skill beta attack. I did notice this a few times, so sure. Hawk's Slicing Wind. An issue was fixed where the skill would end too quickly after slashing, resulting in almost no recovery time. Okay. And then All for One Special Action Plunder. Yeah, an issue was fixed where the gauge would not be consumed when switching quirk skills. Yeah, that was a bug. So he's back to the way he was before. You can still steal quirks when the gauge is at 0, but he can't just switch back and forth. So this is a big nerf for him, technically. He's still probably still good, though. And then we have currently confirmed issues. Confirmed an issue in the rank rewards display screen for the Area Control Battle Event Volume 5 held during Season 16, where the result availability period is displayed incorrectly. The results are actually scheduled to remain available until June 2nd. And that's it. Some interesting changes, some good changes. Them explaining why they changed it, I think, is really good, and I hope they continue doing that, because it just helps us understand where the devs are thinking. Yeah, I mean, cool. Nothing too insane, at least from what I can tell. Maybe there will be something insane, just I'm blind. But yeah, cool. Alright. I definitely really like the All Might changes, personally. I mean, I play All Might, so duh. But I think, like, the Dobby changes are really good. Yellow Shiggy getting nerfed is good. Yeah, these are some good changes, honestly. I'm happy with these. Alright, now let's go to the dev blog. I'm not going to read through the entire thing since we're already 27 minutes into the video, but I'll just skim over this, you know? Gets knocked back. His attack, she also instantly prepare a counterattack. Yeah, I've played Mirko a little bit. My initial impressions were she seems extremely weak and can feel very clunky in certain scenarios, but I played her one time. Let's, you know, I don't want to say, like, oh, she's terrible. I want to give her more time before I give an opinion on her. Settings can now be individually configured for each battle style. Control settings, okay. Custom match stuff, tuning system, bulk unlocked slots is a thing now. It's good. They're doing more of these tuning mission events, which is freaking awesome. I love these. Yeah, it seems like pretty basic stuff. So yeah, I mean, let me know what y'all think of the patch notes. Let me know what you guys are thinking of Season 17 so far, of Mirko, of all the changes and whatnot. We will see how they impact the game as we move forward, hopefully positively, but only time will tell. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of any future uploads, and yeah. I think that's yeah, I think that's it. All right. I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.